What does success actually mean to you? But how do you keep your discipline when no one's clapping for you? What's one thing that really changed your mindset? So what kind of businesses do you dream of building? Where do you see yourself in next 10 years? You know, sometimes the most powerful conversation in life are the ones we never have with anyone, expected ourselves. We spend years chasing answers from the world, from people, books and success stories. But rarely we do stop and ask, what do I truly think? Today is special because this isn't just the another podcast episode. This is the very first episode of the Great Talks with Abhishek. And I wanted to start it in the most honest way possible, by thinking to the open person I have known all of my life, myself. Not that version that smiles for the camera, not the one that pretends everything fine, but the version that's still figuring things out, still learning, still hungry, still conscious. So today it's just me and me, a host and a guest, a dreamer and a doer. We talk about life, purpose, success, habits, struggles, and everything in between. Because maybe, just maybe, when you finally sit down to talk to yourself, you find the answers you didn't even know you were looking for. So welcome to the Great Talks with Abhishek. I am your host Abhishek and our today's guest also Abhishek. So let's start without wasting time. Hello Abhishek, how's going?
Hey bro, I am doing good. Thanks for asking. What about you?
I am good too. So let's start with the simplest question. Who are you really?
You know, it sounds like a simple question, but it's not. For the longest time, I thought I was my goal, my dreams, my failures, my achievements. I'm just a guy trying to figure it all out. Someone who obsessed with learning, with building, with improving, but also someone who made 1,000 mistakes along the way.
You sound like you have done lot of things about it. What made you start asking yourself those questions?
Because I realized that most people live their entire life reacting. They never stop to understand why they are doing what they are doing. I didn't want to be that person. I want to know who I am when there is no noise, no validation, no likes, no views, just me.
And what did you find?
That's I am not perfect. That's I am not where I want to be. But I am exactly where I need to be because I am growing every single day.
You talk a lot about growth, but I am curious, why do you do what you do? What really drives you every single day?
Honestly, it's just a hunger to keep improving. Every day I want to be a little better than I was yesterday. It's never been about fame and money for me. It's just about growth. When you truly love what you do, you don't need someone to push you. Consistency just become part of who you are.
That's powerful. So you are okay with being patient in process?
I have to be because anything real takes time. I'm not chasing luxury trends, I'm chasing mastery. I would rather take years building something solid than rush into something that fades in months.
That's deep. So when you think about your process, what does success actually mean to you?
For me, success is a peace, not noise, not validation, just peace. If I am doing what I love, creating impact in people's life, and I can sleep peacefully at night, that's success. Simple as that.
You have mentioned that before, that you love reading. What's one thing that really changed your mindset?
Atomic habits, easily. The 1% improvement rule changed my life. Because we all want massive success instantly. But nobody respects the power of small progress. If you just get 1% better every day, that's not small growth, that's exponential.
So how do you apply that in your life?
By focusing on consistency, not reflection. Recording even when I don't feel like it. Learning when no one's watching. And understanding that small step today build a giant tomorrow.
But how do you keep your discipline when no one's clapping for you?
Because I am not doing it for claps, I am doing it for my vision. When your purpose is clear, motivation becomes irrelevant.
So let's talk about the dark days. Why you never give up?
Because the word give up doesn't exist in my dictionary. I have seen struggles, I have seen rejections, I have seen failures, but I have also seen what happened when you stay consistent. Life eventually rewards you. I remember a time when nothing was working, views are gone down, motivation was gone, and the doubt was loud. But just something inside me said, just keep showing up, and that's what I did.
Was there ever a moment when you truly thought of quitting?
Of course man, I am a human. But every time that thought come, I remember myself, the pain of quitting is permanent, but the pain of trying is temporary.
Let's lighten things a little. What is your favorite movie and why?
The Pursuit of Happiness, because it's not a movie, it's a mirror. It shows that no matter how hard life gets, if you stay committed, you will eventually break through. That final scene, when he gets the job, tears in his eyes, that's what success really feels like. It's not about the money, it's about the journey.
That's beautiful. You see yourself in that story, don't you?
Every single day, because I still in that pursuit phase. But I know one day I will have that moment too.
You talk about peace and purpose, but what your relationship with money?
See, money is important but not everything. I don't chase luxury because if you work hard, money will become. But peace, that rare. I want to build businesses, make an impact, make my family proud, but I don't want to lose myself doing it.
So what kind of businesses do you dream of building?
Things that solve a real problem, something that leaves a mark, not just making money.
That's great, man. So my next question is, where do you see yourself in next 10 years?
The first goal is become a #1 podcaster in the world who talking about business, wealth, success. I want to sit across millionaires and billionaires and extract the real stories that inspire people like me. And then I want to build multiple businesses and make my dad proud. That's my ultimate goal. Because I truly believe if you can stay focused long enough, you can buy anything, achieve anything and become anyone you want in life.
That's great, man. So my last question is, if you could send one message to everyone listening, just one truth you have learned, what would it be?
That you don't need to have everything figured out. Start messy, start unsure, start scared, but start. Because one day you will look back and realize that this exact version for you was already become a person you always want to be.
That's beautiful. Thank you for being so honest today.
Thank you for listening.
And to everyone watching or listening, thank you for joining this journey. This was the first episode of the Great Talks with Abhishek, and trust me, it's just the beginning. See you in next episode.